This is Cult Strength. It's deadlift day and I'm currently on the road to a 1000 pound deadlift. Now today I have some absolutely brutal volume, some nasty deadlift variations, and I'm about to get to work. Hope you enjoy this. Let's go. And welcome back to your mum's favorite channel on YouTube, Cult Strength, baby. It is deadlift day. Now, I'm on week 2 of my new deadlift program, Deadlift Devastator, available on my website, cultstrength.square.site. And today we have some high volume, nasty ass deadlifts, snatch grip deficit deadlifts and stiff leg deadlifts, high volume. Now, I'm currently working towards a 1000 pound deadlift in a suit. Okay, but right now I'm in my raw cycle of training, my variations, my difficult variations and some volume. That's the current phase of training I'm in. And in around 7 or 8 weeks time, I'm going to be putting on a suit, a deadlift suit for the very first time as I work to qualify for Giants Live 2025 World Deadlift Championships. That's the story. But yes, today, volume, week 2. So nasty sets of 8 today. Nasty sets of 8. You know, it's still relatively heavy considering the volume and the degree of difficulty that is the snatch grip deficit deadlift, right? So we've got a hard session, and to be honest, these are the sessions I dread. And I write these sessions in my own program. What a genius, right? But the point being is I understand the importance of an exercise like this, and perhaps today we can talk a little bit about, you know, what benefits this particular variation has in particular, right? We'll go a little deeper into the snatch grip deficit deadlift. And you know, to be honest with you, it's really hard. It's really uncomfortable. It sucks. It definitely humbles you. But one thing is guaranteed, after adding in a cycle of these into your training block, your deadlift is gonna feel good. It's gonna feel really strong. Okay, so I'll talk more about that during the session. I'm going to start getting warmed up shortly. We've got a bit of warming up to do, some activations, and then I'll load up 60 kilos on the bar to start with, and we'll work towards our top set. We have 2 sets of 8 with the snatch grip work, and then 2 sets of 8 with stiff leg deadlift. So pretty big session. It's like the way the program is structured, it's like week 1 was a top set, a heavy top set with some volume with the back downs. This week, it's an increase of weight for the volume. So we did 220 kilos last week for the back down work for the sets of 8. This week we'll increase on top of that, but we don't have the top set. We do the top set every second week at the moment. Okay, we're early in the program. We don't want to be deadlifting too heavy too often. We're really trying to build that base nice and wide so we can take the peak nice and high. That's the goal, that's the plan. We've got to execute those, so I'll get to work. We'll chat in a minute. Let's go. All right, baby, 60 kilos on the bar now, but just before I get into this first set, the best place to put this exercise in your program, for me personally, is at the beginning, okay? If you have a 12 or 16 week program, ideally we take a 16-week program, we might utilize this movement for the first 4 to 6 weeks, right? It's an extremely difficult movement. It has many great benefits that will carry over to your deadlift. So the best place to put this in your program is probably the first block of like a prep program for a comp, right? Let's say you're doing a 12 or 16 week prep. The first 4 to 6 weeks, you know, that might be snatch grip deficit deadlift work before you really start honing in something more specific. But we'll carry on with more of that conversation soon. 60 kilos, 5 repetitions. We'll start warming up, baby. I'll chuck my straps and belt on after a few sets. Let's go. Easy peasy, baby. We'll chuck another plate on. Let's go. All right, baby. Now, one fantastic thing, one thing of note with this movement is the ability for it to improve your lockout, okay? Now, that may seem counterintuitive to a lot of people. A lot of people may struggle with lockout, and instead of doing this, they will do something like a rack pull or a block pull, okay? Deadlifting from a higher point to strengthen this range. Now, the issue almost all of the time isn't a lack of strength through this range here. It's probably your strongest range. The point is, or the issue is, that you are weakest at the bottom of the lift. Therefore, you're losing position. Therefore, once you get the barbell up to near lockout, you're actually out of position and you can't lock out. You can't get your hips through and your shoulders back, even though you've essentially lifted the weight. So this movement right here is one of the best movements you could possibly do for getting strong through the bottom range of a deadlift. It's a nasty movement. You can add things like pauses. Even deficits without a snatch grip are still really good. But I think this is king when it comes to difficulty and return, on what you're putting in. It's definitely a good one. So I'm gonna hit this now. We'll go, say, 4 repetitions, and then we'll add another plate, and we'll keep climbing, baby. We've got a lot of work ahead today, and I'm keen, I guess. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Easy peasy, let's go. All right, baby, 3 plates on the bar, 140 kilos, still warming up. Now, before I do this set, one amazing byproduct of this movement here is that it will add size and strength, of course, to your upper back. And I'm talking some serious mass. Now, because we're in such a vulnerable, weak position, right, with our arms out wide, we're forced to literally recruit every single muscle fiber in our upper back to create that rigidity and that stiffness, that's what she said, in our upper back to perform this movement, right? So that's why it's so valuable for the deadlift. This movement, I would argue, should be in almost everyone's deadlift plan at some point, okay? For sure. This is a repeat offender in my programs, and my clients, they love me for it, and they hate me for it, but they get results. We'll go 3 repetitions, and then we'll move on, baby. I'll add some straps for the next set. Definitely a movement where it's required to wear straps because we're so wide. Grip isn't what we're training here. We're trying to obviously train larger range of motion, trying to hit the upper back, and we're trying to work the posterior chain. We're trying to work on the deadlift, and it would be kind of silly to let the grip be the limiting factor in this circumstance. So for whatever reason, if you don't like straps, drop that idea just for 1 minute and chuck them on for this movement. When it gets heavy enough, of course, I'll smoke this now, but I'll add straps for the next set. Remember, the focus here is deadlift building for this movement. Let's go. Come on, baby. Easy peasy. Different belt today as well. I've gone for the, this is actually a deadlift belt. How is it different to a normal belt? It's a little softer, a little more bendy, so doing deficits and things like that where it's really uncomfortable, especially on the stomach, bending down with the belt digging into you, the soft belt just helps a little bit. Let's go. All right, gang, so we loaded 180 on the bar now. That'll be my next warm-up. I'll do that, then I'll do 5 plates. And that'll be my final warm-up for today. But there's, something exciting to look forward to on the weekend. I am getting down to base gym again with Big Vasa for a heavy bench press session. I'm gonna be maxing out my bench press. I believe he's getting pretty close to maxing out his bench press. He's going to go, it has to be 600 pounds plus. He's only 2 or 3 weeks out of Big Dog's 5. So he's really strong at the moment. And I'm actually really strong for myself at the moment as well. So I'm looking to bench over 250 kilograms on Saturday or Sunday. So that's really exciting. I'm pumped up for that. And officially I have my competition booked in for my deadlifts as well to qualify for Giants Live 2025. The competition is called Raising the Dead. It's a deadlift only competition in Victoria, in Melbourne. And that's where I'm going to be looking to go upwards of 430 kilograms in a deadlift suit. So a lot of work to do before I jump in the suit. I still have 7 weeks worth of volume and torture, but that's fine, baby, that's fine. We got to put the work in. I understand the importance of it. I want to earn the right, you know, to put the suit on to go for those big numbers. This is the stuff I got to do, right? Got to do the stuff that really drains you, really sucks sometimes, but that's okay. That is a-okay. That's part of the game, and this is what I signed up for, and this is probably what you signed up for as well. So, but you got to keep it real. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the weekend. Really looking forward to the weekend. Looking forward to that comp. It's on the 22nd of February. I don't know if I mentioned that. So about 15 weeks out, it coincides with the Deadlift Devastator program that I'm running right now. So if you want to run this program with me here on YouTube, you want to train like me, you want to see my videos of me doing the same sessions you're doing, leaving you advice like I have today for performing movements, etc., to help you with the program, then go and grab yours at coltstrength.square.site. I'm going to jump back into this now, and we'll probably have a chat. We'll have a good chat after I do my 2 top sets with the snatch grip work before we move on to the stiff legs. So I'm just going to get my head stuck into this now and fucking work, baby. It's going to be hard. It's going to suck. It's probably going to make me sick. This is typically the movement that does it. Snatch grip deficits, as I said, being really hunched over in an uncomfortable position, working through a lot of volume. It's quite uncomfortable and tends to make people a little bit unwell sometimes. But again, in the name of working hard, in the name of gains, that's okay with me. Let's go. All right, baby, 4 plates. Let's smoke this shit now, baby. Come on. Easy work. Come on, baby. That's how we do it. Easy, easy. All right, baby, let's get this. Last warm up. This is the weight that I used for last week's set of 8. So I'm gonna go heavier than that today, obviously. This is my last warm up. We'll make it move like one. Let's go. Come on, baby. Up. Yeah, buddy. I like it. Do you like it? I do. Let's go. Let's get this, baby. Let's dig in. This is the hard work, baby. This is the trenches. This is the shit stuff. This is the stuff that works, though, every fucking time. So do it. Come on. God damn. All right, baby, so set one down. Now, it's like really challenging from a cardiovascular standpoint, right? It's extremely difficult to get a rhythm or a routine with this movement. As you can see there, there's a little bit of fucking around between reps, which I can definitely tidy up, which is my goal for the next set. So I'll try and make the set a little bit more efficient, particularly between repetitions, right? But all in all, it's really difficult to get a good breath in when you're on a deficit, when your hands are so wide and you're forced to bend over so much. It is really hard to get a full breath, and it's a very difficult exercise for that reason as well. So it's very tough on the lungs, which is also, you know, this rep range, this movement, we're doing that work capacity as well, right? We're working a lot of different energy systems. We're getting better in a lot of different ways, which is really cool, okay? This is the time of the program where you've got to build that work capacity as well. If you don't do any work capacity, you don't build that, when you get, you know, towards those heavier weeks, it becomes harder to recover between sessions and between sets. The more conditioned you are, the better you're going to perform when things get heavier. So it doesn't pay to be lazy and to skip this stuff. Although it would be much more comfortable, you got to do it. And that set sucked. That was a solid sucking 9 out of 10 sucked. And I got one more set of these to go before I have 2 more sets of volume with stiff legs. So, you know, the desire for me to get up and do a set right now isn't all that high, which means that it's time to get up and do the set. So I'm going to go and do it. Like this video, drop a comment and subscribe. It really does mean a lot to me, and it does help me grow the channel. Obviously, that's my goal at the moment. So if you all who are watching this right now, you take a moment and you can do those things, I'd really appreciate it. And it makes this suffering a lot more worthwhile. Appreciate it. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Switch it on, baby. You're better. Let's get this. Let's go. That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. That's much better. Yeah. Whoo. All right, baby, there's the 2 top sets, 240 kilos, 2x8 snatch grip deficit deadlifts. The second set was much more efficient and it moved a lot better than the first set, and it felt a lot better, so that's really good. And then we'll make a nice little jump next week for next week's set of 8 reps after our top set. That's the plan there. So everything's going okay, but now things aren't so okay. We're moving on to stiff leg deadlifts. This is a killer combo, an absolutely brutal 1-2 combo of deadlift movements. These are the movements that I'm using in weeks 1 to 4 of my current program, the Deadlift Devastator, available on my website, cultstrength.square.site. And as I said, this is a difficult program, but all these movements, they're in this program for a reason. They're here to get you bigger, to get you stronger, to get you a massive deadlift. And that's why we're doing it. We have to work through this intensity. You can see that I'm struggling. You can see this is hard. Okay, it's not really heavy for me relative to my deadlift. I'm a 400 kilogram plus deadlifter. But the difficulty of these movements and the rep ranges, it's an extremely challenging movement, and these things make us better. And that's why I have it in there. So if you're dead set on having a big deadlift, go and pick up my program. We have other programs as well. But I'm gonna hit 2 sets of stiff leg deadlifts now. This is some more serious work, man. 200 kilos, 2x8, a 20 kilo increase on last week's stiff leg deadlifts. And then we finish this session off with hamstring curls and leg press. But I'm gonna get through these 2 sets first. We've still got to get through it. We still have to survive. I'm chasing that 1000-pound deadlift, and it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna bleed. It's gonna suck. I'm gonna be in pain. I'm gonna suffer, but I am going to achieve it. Absolutely. And I can't wait. Let's go. Let's go, baby. 8 reps, stiff leg deadlifts. Come on, baby. God damn. Oh, fuck. It's fucking cardio, man. Jesus Christ. And that wraps up all the deadlifts for week 2 of the Deadlift Devastator program. And I'm really happy with that session. It was really hard and I did not want to do a single repetition of that entire session. Low motivation for these sessions. These are not desirable. They're not fun. They don't pay off immediately. They hurt, they make you feel sick, they make you feel tired, they make you feel sore, but they work. So, discipline shines through in times like these. This is the time where you do the shit you don't want to do to achieve the things that you don't have now. That's a fucking big one, man. Everyone wants something for nothing, but they're not prepared to do the things that they're not doing now, even though they want something they don't have now. They don't understand that what they're doing now doesn't serve them for what they want in the future. You have to change action now, change course now to achieve what you want in the future. And that's all on you, baby. You can choose your hard. It's hard to be weak and it's hard to be strong. I choose to be strong. I'll take that hard any day. That's what he said or she said. Totally up to you. No judgment at all, but I appreciate you being here. I appreciate your support. We're back on Saturday with the bench session with Vassar, I think. Tomorrow will most likely be a members only video and exclusive, so if you haven't signed up to the membership tier here on my YouTube channel, go ahead and do so. You know, that support, it really helps me. It really allows me to keep creating all this content with value for you guys, and you all get exclusive content that no one else gets to see. So that's a cool bonus. So I appreciate you guys. But yeah, until next time, I think you know what to do. Go to the fucking gym, baby. Let's go.